Well, I thought 87 put the biggest toll on your body.
You know, the one thing that people don't understand is if you look at our teams, 4 years in a row we went to the finals.
Yep.
And playoff basketball is completely different. I played 2 years of playoff basketball, but our bodies don't have time to recover when we had injuries. So when you go 2.5 months and you start again, you feel better, but you're not recovered health-wise. And that just kept adding on. Kobe is one of the toughest human beings I've ever seen because I know what he's been through, and he's played a hell of a lot more minutes than me.
Yeah.
And he just finally figured out, hey, I'm going to get hurt. I'm just going to have to play through it. And that's the mentality of a great player.
And your era was a little different because the travel was a little different. You didn't have these charters. Did you have a charter in the mid-'80s? No.
No, we had it the last 2 years I was there. It started in '90.
And you had, like in the Pistons series in '87, we're up 2-0. I say we like I was on the team. We're up 2-0.
Everybody in Boston was on that team.
Yeah, we were. Plus, we hated that Pistons team. Goes to Detroit Saturday, Sunday, back to back. And then you get in the fight with Lambert in Game 4. All of a sudden, it's 2-2 in like 24 hours. But they don't do those back-to-back playoff games anymore, things like that.
No, we probably played at night and in the afternoon the next day.
Yeah.
I think it was a low-scoring game. The second game, like 80-78 or something.
Yeah.
But you just keep playing. I mean, that's your job.
I still think though, if Bias is fine and whatever, he's on that team. You and McHale now, like McHale has a hurt foot. Now they're like, all right, Kevin, take your time. You can.
Sure.
We got Len Bias, and you're not playing 43 minutes a game in May and June and stuff like that. Maybe you play until.
Yeah. You know, I played against Len Bias when he was a sophomore in college, and he was incredible. See, Red used to bring all these.
Like a college all-star team?
No, Red used to bring these guys into his camp, all the top players around the country, in to work his camp. And at night we play. I come out there and we play.
Yeah.
I work his camp a little bit and mess around with him. Then that night we played. But he had Brad Daugherty and Lenny Bias. They don't do that anymore. Nobody can do that anymore.
Yeah.
But he got to see all these guys up close. But I do know if somebody else took Len Bias number one, he was taking Brad Daugherty. I think that was Red's really number one guy. He loved Bias, but he couldn't pass up on a skilled big man.
And Daugherty was fantastic.
Fantastic.
And he was another guy that
would have
got cut short.
Great with any team, but he would have done well with us.
I just remember watching all those guys that year and thinking, meanwhile, it's the best Celtic team of all time playing at that moment, and then we have this pick. And it was like, my God, like Celtics beat the Rockets in the finals. The draft's like 10 days away, and we're adding the second pick in the draft, and it just seemed like, all right, we didn't win like 7 straight titles.
I remember the night they traded Henderson. We're in the layup line. They took him out of the layup line. We go back to the hotel. He's sitting in the bar. We all go up there and, hey, sorry, Henny, and all that. He says, well, I'll get a chance to play all the time. Well, he's playing quite a bit for us.
Yeah.
Then when they had a bad year, we get the second pick in the draft. Now, I remember when they started doing all the draft,
the envelopes
and all that. Red's sitting there looking, no emotion, and it got down to them and Cleveland, I think.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, well, Red's going to get the number one pick. That's just how much faith you had in the guy.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure, I didn't know who he was going to take because I never asked him, but I really believe he would have took Brad Daugherty.
I actually agree with you because it was just, when you think about Daugherty, Walton, Parrish, and McHale.
They would have took him.
It would have been embarrassing.
I mean, just because that was in '86, he just knows that Bill might, go out anytime, getting a little bit older, and bring another big man in there that's very skilled. So, but Lenny was one heck of a player, and Red might have been thinking, bring Lenny in here, and I want to play Larry so many minutes too. But
yeah.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page, and please subscribe to my second page. The link to my second page is in the description section. Thank you.